Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Kyle Richards addresses her RHOBH future as she makes major career moves I did not think. The RHOBH cast member shared what she envisions for herself when she leaves reality. Kyle Richards has high hopes for her future. The mother of four made her Bravo debut in 2010 as an original cast member of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kyle has since become one of the longest-serving housewives across all the franchises, having held a diamond for 14 consecutive seasons. There's no question that her extensive run on reality TV has marked a rare and impressive feat within the industry, a feat she never expected to achieve. As more time goes on, I did not think I'd be here, Kyle told Parade just weeks after the RHOBH's 14-season finale. I remember thinking, year 5, I'd be out. Here I am going on year 15, so of course, that day will come. It just depends on how I'm feeling at the time and if I can handle it anymore. So what will Kyle do when she decides to exit RHOBH? She intends to expand her filmography. Decades before joining the Bravoverse, Kyle began working as a Hollywood actress, securing both small and big-screen roles. She appeared in numerous scripted TV series, including Little House on the Prairie, Fantasy Island, Chips, and ER, as well as movies like Halloween, Halloween 2, Eaten Alive, and Curfew. But even after becoming a housewife, Kyle continued to make waves in the entertainment industry, landing acting gigs in Days of Our Lives, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. She also produced American Woman, a short-lived TV drama inspired by her life. I think people forget about her acting career because it gets overshadowed with Housewives, but I'm always doing things here and there, she told the outlet. I was really happy to come back to the Halloween franchise and do my other guest roles here and there, and I just did something else recently on another show coming out on Netflix. I won't always be doing reality television, but I hope to always be acting and producing television like I've been doing, and that's what brings me the greatest joy. Kyle recently landed a cameo on Wildcard Season 2, Episode 10, titled Our Lip Fillers Are Sealed. The April 9 broadcast found Kyle taking on a very meta role, portraying a rich housewife on reality TV. According to Deadline, Kyle has also secured a guest spot on The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4, playing a Haller and Associates client named Celeste. It feels very different, Kyle said when asked about the differences between scripted projects and reality TV. When you're playing a character versus, you're just sitting there as yourself. It's two completely different worlds. For me, I was just in acting, character mode, not thinking about that at all. In a moment that felt like the end of an era and the dawn of a new one, Kyle Richards, the reigning queen of Beverly Hills, has opened up about her uncertain future on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and the major career shifts she never imagined would be part of her next chapter. And true to her iconic nature, she's doing it all in style, with candor and just the right amount of diamonds. I did not think I'd be standing here, contemplating life outside of RHOBH, Kyle said in a candid interview, her voice calm but laced with emotion. This show has been such a huge part of my life for over a decade. But there comes a point where you have to ask yourself, am I living for the cameras or am I ready to live for me? For longtime fans of the Bravo franchise, Kyle Richards has always been more than just a housewife. She's been the heart, the grounding force, the one who could throw a sharp barb just as quickly as she could offer a tearful hug. But over the past 2 seasons, as viewers watched her personal life become increasingly complicated, many sensed a shift. And now, Kyle is confirming what many have speculated. She's at a crossroads. I'm not saying I'm leaving the show, she clarified with a coy smile. But I'm exploring new opportunities, ones I never imagined would come my way. So what are these new ventures pulling Kyle's focus? Surprisingly, acting is back on the table. Richards, who began her career as a child star on shows like Little House on the Prairie and in films like Halloween, is returning to her roots with a twist. She's just wrapped filming a dramatic limited series with a major streaming platform, and buzz is already building around her nuanced, mature performance. Going back to acting felt like coming home, but it also scared me, she confessed. I didn't think I still had it in me. I'd spent so long playing a version of myself for reality TV, I wondered if I could become someone else. And she did. And Hollywood is taking notice. But Kyle's ambitions aren't stopping there. She's also launching her own production company, which will focus on female-driven stories, ones that empower, challenge, and inspire. She says the idea grew out of the frustration she felt watching so many women in Hollywood hit a wall after 40. Age should never be a limitation, especially for women, Kyle said, leaning in with that fire in her eyes that RHOBH fans know well. I want to create spaces where we don't disappear after a certain age, where our stories are just getting started. And then there's fashion, always a style icon on the show, from wide-brimmed hats and flowing caftans to structured suits in sky-high stilettos. Kyle has been quietly developing her own fashion label. The brand, still unnamed, is expected to launch later this year and promises to blend California casual with elevated elegance. Think Aspen après-ski meets rodeo drive brunch. While some may wonder whether all these ventures are pulling Kyle away from the show that made her a household name, she sees it differently. REOBH gave me a platform, and I'll always be grateful for that, she said. But I've changed. The woman who joined the show in season 1 isn't the same woman standing here now. She's been through heartbreak, loss, growth, rebirth, and it's time to honor that journey. Of course, it wouldn't be a conversation about Kyle without addressing the elephant in the room, her deeply publicized marriage struggles with Mauricio Umansky. I won't sugarcoat it, she said. This past year has been the most difficult of my life. It forced me to look at everything differently. What I want, who I am, what I'm willing to fight for. The couple, once seen as a RHOBH power duo, announced their separation in 2023, and while rumors swirled about infidelity and new relationships, Kyle has remained gracefully tight-lipped until now. Mauricio and I will always love each other, but sometimes love isn't enough to keep things the same. And that's okay. We're still family, and we're learning to love each other in new ways. It's a refreshingly grounded take in a world that thrives on drama. But then again, Kyle has always been a paradox. Fierce but vulnerable, private yet open, glamorous but real. As for her fellow housewives, Kyle says she's still close with many of them, though she remains diplomatic when asked about the inevitable frictions. Every season is like a roller coaster, and sometimes you get whiplash, she laughed. But these women have been a part of my life for so long. Even when we fight, there's love there, somewhere. But when asked directly whether she'll return for season 15, Kyle pauses. I honestly don't know, she said after a long breath. There's a version of me that still wants to be in that world, but there's another version that's craving something quieter, deeper, more fulfilling. For now, she's choosing to live in the in-between, creating, building, healing. And while Kyle Richards may not have all the answers just yet, one thing is certain, she's no longer waiting for the next chapter to begin. She's writing it herself. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most dramatic thing she's ever done.